Hi there, welcome back to Cruise1st TV on Sky Channel 681. I'm Derek, this is Polly, and let us be your cruise anchors for the next 30 minutes as we set course for fabulous luxury cruise deals with Celebrity that offer you an incredible all-included getaway with drinks, Wi-Fi and tips factored into the prices coming up. Good news.
Very good news. Now, we've got 3 amazing and very different itineraries coming your way. A little later, we'll be giving you the chance to take in the best of Canada and New England with a Boston stay. And towards the end of the show, Aruba, Bonaire and Curaçao will be calling for the perfect sunshine adventure. But first, we're kicking off with the ultimate cruise, city and beach stay package.
This is really exciting, actually. This is very, very nice because amazing. I think for the first time, where we've got a stay, like a beach stay, you've got 3 different choices.
Yes, this is different. Okay, we'll talk you through it. So, luxury Vietnam and Thailand with a beach and city hotel stays. It's 21 nights. Now, it's the 29th of January 2025, so lots of time to plan. Now, you'll fly to Thailand for a 5-night beach stay. Now, what's fabulously different with this package is that you've got the choice of 3 beach resorts to choose from. Now, we'll kick off with your first option of the beautiful Koh Samui. So this is fabulous, isn't it, to have the idea, because maybe you've already been to one of the others or maybe you want to go back to one. Koh Samui. Now this island has beautiful beaches, waterfalls, spectacular viewpoints. You've got temples as well. Oh, sounds amazing, doesn't it? As well as a lively fisherman's village. And while you're there, Koh Samui is known for having some world-class wellness spas.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
That sounds nice.
Go and treat yourself. But we're having a look here at True Koh Samui, all the lovely restaurants, street vendors. I mean, the food choices are just incredible. So much going on this lovely, lovely island. Look at that. Now, that's Big Buddha. Well worth going to see. Get your picture by as well. So, oh, look at the beach. Now, what I love here, now looking at option 2 is Krabi. Now, this place is famous for its scenic views and breathtaking beaches and islands. It's got incredible coral reef vistas, which are some of the world's most beautiful. And the place is just great for coral diving. So if you've never done any diving before, maybe this is the place to do it for your first time. Or if you do enjoy it, of course you've got to do it. But as we've said, this is a beautiful beach stay. So you can do lots of active things. Perhaps you want to, one of your 5 nights, climb this incredible rock face, or if like me you are going to start your haul and enjoy and go, this is my beach day, 5 nights by the beach, that's absolutely fine. And your third option is the gorgeous Phuket. Gorgeous beaches there. You've got 19th century Chinese and Western architecture, and of course those incredible Buddhist temples that you've got to go and see while you're there as well. Lovely pagodas. Oh, it's just one of those places as well that you'll enjoy. When my sister was there, what she loved about being on the beach was all the gorgeous like kind of food vendors while you're there, trying all that amazing Thai food as well. And as we've said, you've got 5 nights of these incredible 3 options. Which one is taking your fancy? Koh Samui, Krabi, or here where we're looking at Phuket. Whoa, look at that. That's a bit different as well. So after this incredible 5-night stay, we're going to fly you to Singapore, where you get a nice 2-night stay, another little mini city break within this incredible itinerary of a holiday. Singapore is such a fascinating place. It's very compact, but it's very, very global as well. Now, it was once a British trading post, but now its diverse past is reflected everywhere. You've got colourful Hindu temples, modern skyscrapers. The common language while you're here is English, so that's fine. You'll feel quite at home when it comes to that. There's so much going on and to do. You've got a couple of days. Maybe you want to do a short little cruise across the Singapore River while you're there. After that, it's going to time to join your cruise, and you're thinking to yourself, gosh, I've already had a full holiday. But now you've got a 12-night luxury all-included cruise on board Celebrity Solstice, which includes your Wi-Fi, your tips.
Classic drinks are in there, which is brilliant. Your tips and your Wi-Fi, and of course, it's one with the Lawn Club. And you know what, I've got to get on one of these ships with the Lawn Club and just experience it, because it's one of those things that you just feel like you just want to do. Spend some time up on deck, on a lawn, on a cruise ship. Just think about that for a second, and that could be you. And you're in a wonderful part of the world to be doing this as well, because you'll be cruising through Vietnam and Thailand. So you're in a really lovely tropical, temperate climate to enjoy all of these wonderful things. Here's your Grand Epinay main restaurant. Again, some of the finest wines. They've got some of the deepest wine cellars at sea, have celebrity, and some of the most interesting ways to display those wines as well. I wouldn't want to be the one climbing up there for a bottle of Chardonnay.
Well, you've got to remember, they haven't had a drink though, the waiters. They're okay.
That's very, very true.
And they might have more toned thighs than you.
Yes.
But yes, amazing. And then you've got incredible speciality dining on board as
Lots
well,
of
haven't
it
you?
as
Look
well,
at that.
yeah.
Souchon 5, Le Petit Chef. Now, this is very, very different, Le Petit Chef, isn't it? Like, look at that. That is how your food is made in front of you. It's like a real 3D
It's like an animation and then the real
experience.
thing arrives. It's brilliant. And that will be, if you want to go and do Le Petit Chef, that will be the first thing you do when you board, is go and get your specialty dining booked up, because it does get booked up very, very quickly, because these restaurants are world famous. They're not just cruise ship famous, they're world famous as well, which is great. Lovely surroundings. This is just your chance to just dive into a whole great big luxury pool of goodiness.
Of exclusivity.
Yes.
Whether it's going to these incredible speciality dinings, whether it's in the theatre at night. And obviously the theatre is like the main kind of epic sort of centre of entertainment. But that's not just it when it comes to celebrity. There's so much more going on. Cruising out of Singapore, arriving in Koh Samui, a beautiful, idyllic forested island with pristine sandy beaches. Oh, gorgeous waterfalls as well. Then arriving in Bangkok, where you have got an overnight on board in port, which we love. You've got gorgeous, glorious golden temples, palaces as well. The Temple of Emerald Buddha, carved from just a single block of jade. What a must-see that is as well. Then you're going to arrive in Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam, discover the rich heritage of the Saigon and the Mekong Delta. Amazing. You could do a cycle rickshaw ride while you're there as well. Then it's Nha Trang, situated on the picturesque bay, known for sandy beaches and one of the longest cable cars in the world, 2 miles long, well worth venturing on as well, of a bit of an excursion. Next, arriving in Hu Da Nang, sprawling imperial palaces, of course culinary delights there as well, mainly the Bu Bon Hu beef soup. And then it's Hanoi, where you've got an overnight on board in port as well. The Elegant Fine Arts Museum houses the country's foremost collection, ancient Cham artifacts and impressionist pieces as well. Bit more contemporary, you want to do something like that, head to the Manzi or the Vietnam Art Gallery as well. A day at sea, and then you're going to cruise into Hong Kong, where you come off the ship and get your flight home. This is a place in the world I would love to see and visit. I'm loving this itinerary.
This is a great way of getting the best of everything as well, isn't it? Because you've got that beach stay at the start. So if you've ever wanted to really dive a little bit deeper into a country like Thailand and spend some real time, you know, let's go and eat where the locals live, let's go and explore, let's go and wander, let's have our own adventures, and then you're following it up with this fabulous cruise, which does have the wonderful overnights as well. The key ports on this one are overnights as well, which is brilliant. So I think you've got Hanoi and Bangkok as your overnights on the cruise, which is just perfect actually, because they're the places that people really do want to dive in. And actually quite often when you go into a port and you're just in for the day, sometimes you have to make a really tough choice between, is it that excursion or that excursion or that experience? And actually when you've got an overnight, because you've got 2 full days pretty much there, and the night, you can also see how these places kind of, you know, operate at night and really have the whole experience. So talking of experience, what I would say is, in terms of your choice of beach stays, remember we showed you the 3 different videos to give you just a little flavour of those places. I would go and look at other people's kind of travel videos on these places. You'll have one in mind that you probably fancy, and go and look at some travel videos online and then, you know, pick one. You've got plenty of time to do that. We're talking about a holiday that doesn't go until the end of January in 2025. But you can put a low deposit down today, which is brilliant, to get it all sorted and secure, because it's a 3-week holiday, so it's a big one, this one. £199 each right now as a deposit will get the security of the booking for you. And here's the price tag for the whole package, which is really good when you consider you're talking about a 5-star cruise You're talking about classic drinks, tips and Wi-Fi factored in there. So once you're on the cruise, that's pretty much all taken care of. Yes, you'll treat yourself to speciality dining, pamper treatment, shopping, things like that. But apart from that, everything on the cruise is pretty much covered for you while you're there, which is really good. And it's a great way to have something epic to look forward to. I mean, this could be, considering the distance away, this could be honeymoon territory as well. So maybe, you know, if you've got somebody in your family or someone in your life that's sort of thinking about honeymoon planning, this is a great way of getting a lot of holiday for one amazing price tag. Let's have a look at the details for upgrading on the cruise as well, because you've got your ocean view and balcony options there, and there will be many more options on Celebrity Solstice as well. So if you wanted to go up even further into kind of suite territory, again, just talk to the team. So thinking about what this includes, your flight to Thailand obviously included, then you've got the choice of the 3 beach stays in either Koh Samui, Krabi or Phuket. That's 5 nights, hotel room only for you to do with as you want to. Then of course you fly on to Singapore, you've got 2 nights in a hotel there, that's included as well. Then when you get onto the cruise ship, onto Celebrity Solstice, 12 nights with classic drinks, tips and Wi-Fi included, and you're sailing to Thailand and Vietnam with your overnights in Bangkok and Hanoi there. I think this is so good as a value package with everything that it has in there. It's amazing for that price tag. If you were at home trying to do all of the individual elements of that, you would find your budget just slipping away from you before you know it. For one fixed price, you've got something that is amazing value for money. And listen, if you are new to us here at Cruise1st and you're thinking, now I've only heard of you recently. Now, are you safe, secure? How long have you been around? Well, just have a little look at this.
With over 20 years of travel experience, when booking with Cruise1st, you're dealing with the cruise specialists. We can tailor-make the perfect holiday for you, adding hotel stays and exciting land tours so you can fully immerse yourself in the destinations you're visiting. As a fully bonded member of ABTA and Atoll Protected, you have the peace of mind that your booking is safe with us. We've been on your TV screens for over a decade and we guarantee the best cruise prices. If you find one of our offers cheaper elsewhere on TV, then we'll match or beat that price. We allow you to spread the cost of your holiday with many of our deals. Just pay a deposit today and then you have until your due date to pay your balance. Plus, we're one of the highest rated cruise agents on Trustpilot. With over 5,000 independent reviews, you can be fully confident when booking your next holiday with Cruise1st.
And you need that confidence, don't you? I mean, especially now, because we're all quite naturally cynical. I was talking to you about double glazing earlier. And listen, and you do a lot of comparison shopping, don't you? And like, can I trust that company? Are they well reviewed? You know, do they do what they say they do? And it's good to know. It's the same in travel as well. And travel and double glazing are completely and utterly different. Travel is very, very difficult to get right because so many factors could change. And so to keep and get a good reputation in travel, it's actually very, very difficult to do. So hats off, if I had one, to our amazing team, because honestly, they never stop.
Well, I see them more as information providers. You know, you ring up, we might call them the sales team, but no, they're the guys with the information. They're going to guide you through it and give you all the tips that you need.
Yeah, and that gives you the confidence as well. So let's continue our celebrity journey then, shall we? Next package is fabulous, something that so many people want to do, which is Canada and New England. Team that up, as we always do at Cruise1st, to get you the maximum value with a stay in a fascinating city, Boston, Massachusetts. Now, this is for September next year, the 17th actually, and we'll fly you out to the States first for a 2-night hotel stay in Boston. Boston, Massachusetts.
A lovely place to go to. Famous for the Freedom Trail. Go and do that excursion. It's like a sampler of Boston's revolutionary sites. It's a red brick road. It leads 2.5 miles through the centre of Boston, from the Boston Common through to the Bunker Hill Monument, and it traces all the events leading up to and following the War of Independence. The Freedom Trail is like an iconic part of it. And of course, you might want to go to Fenway Park when you're there, which is home of the Boston Red Sox. Which is their baseball team. Which you might, well, I'm not into baseball. You've got to go and see an American game while you're there. Now, after that, you are going to board the Celebrity Eclipse for your 11-night luxury, all-included cruise. Look at that. Now remember, that includes your drinks, your tips and your Wi-Fi. Amazing. You can step on board knowing that that's all included, which is lovely, taking all that thinking out.
And those lovely beds.
So the only extras that you might have then are specialty dining, but there are packages for that.
Yes.
If you go and have a spa treatment.
Yeah.
Or some shopping or shore excursions. So in theory, that...
And they're choice things.
Yeah. So in theory, you know the price you're paying. That is absolutely it, which I think is really nice when you're holidaying.
Oh, do you know what? I think when you're on a cruise of this calibre, you don't want to be thinking about accounts and bills and this, that and the other. You've come on holiday to get away from all of that, to be honest with you. And you just let everything happen. So you let the service take care of you. You know, in terms of your stateroom, the staterooms are amazing. I mean, they
beautiful.
Are incredible.
Well,
they
everything
really
about Celebrity Eclipse is absolutely beautiful.
Top notch.
It's just very, very... I like that we say something of this calibre. It is luxurious. It is very special.
Enjoy it.
And you're going to feel that when you step on board. The service on board and how you are treated is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. We're seeing all these lovely waiters with a smile on their faces in this footage, but trust me, you'll step on board and it's exactly like that. It's exactly how this footage depicts it. You're going to have a fabulous time. Cruising out of Boston, arriving in Rockland, Maine, your first port of call. Now, the mountains and sea converge together here. It's a magical place with a gorgeous natural coastal beauty. Arriving next in Nova Scotia, Halifax. It's a really fun, youthful and energetic place. You've got a great boardwalk there and wharf, lots of boutique eateries. Next, it's Sydney, Nova Scotia, which is by the water. You've got the big fiddle there. It's a huge violin statue honouring the local music. A lovely place. Cruising then to Quebec City, where you're going to have an overnight on board in port, which is really nice because you can go and kind of see how the locals live, what it's all about. Quebec is very, very French, so you'll feel that with like the architecture, obviously how people speak, but the cuisine, everything, which feels kind of weird. You're out in Canada, but it's amazing. What an incredible place to go and visit. So after that overnight, cruising next to Prince Edward Island, arriving in Charlottetown. Victoria Row is where the shops, restaurants are and the Confederation Centre of Arts, so head there. Cruising next onto Portland in Maine, where it's all about the lobster here. Was once a poor man's sort of village, but lobsters washed up here after a storm, and wow, did it grow. Cruising back to Boston, Massachusetts, where you'll come off and get your flight home. Wowzers.
And do you know what? This might be an unfamiliar part of the world to you. And I was just thinking, actually, you know, some of those places, I mean, most of those places I've heard of. We've been talking cruise for a long, long time, but there's a couple of places like Rockland, for instance, I don't remember popping up on too many itineraries before. And you might be thinking, oh, I need to buy a book. I need to buy a book on Rockland. You don't, because two reasons why. While you're on board, your television, that sounded so old-fashioned, didn't it? Your TV in your stateroom has lots and lots of different channels which have cruise-specific information on them. Some might be shopping channels and some might be information channels, and they will tell you about the places that you're about to go to. Of course, you can do your research in advance if you want to. You can also speak to the shore excursion teams as well, because they'll give you ideas. There's some of these ports that you might think, no, actually, I'm just going to go and wander because we port in really close to the place. So I'm just going to go for a wander, go in, see the local shops and whatever, and then get back on board the ship. Completely up to you. But there are lots of exciting shore excursion opportunities as well while you're on board. So don't worry that you're unfamiliar with the territory, because there's lots of information on board. I think that's something that's really, really important to remember. So you won't just be sort of wandering aimlessly thinking, why am I here? There are things that you can put in place and make arrangements. So 17th of September next year, this one. Really, really nice comprehensive package. Nice to spend some time in Boston as well. It's a beautiful city and there is many, many different things that you can do there. And we can put a low deposit down on this holiday as well, just £199 each today, and that's it, locked in and secured at the deal that we've got for you, which, bear in mind, your Canada and New England cruise is all inclusive. It's got your classic drinks, tips and Wi-Fi already factored in, which is great. So you know what your holiday is costing. There aren't millions of sort of unexpected costs coming your way. Look at that, under £3,000. Now, if you think about this, this is five-star hotel territory. Now, when you're in a five-star hotel, you pay a top dollar price just for the room, You want a meal with that? there's a big bill that comes with that. You want a glass of wine, there's a big bill that comes for that. You want to take advantage of the spa, there's a chance that, or the pool or something that they have on board, there's a chance that there's going to be a bill for that as well. There is so much included in the value of a cruise. And yet, this is at the highest caliber, if that makes sense. It's 5-star, but without that 5-star price tag attached. Let's look at the upgrades on board, because you might want to treat yourself to an ocean view or to a balcony. There are the prices on screen. I think when you compare this to, a stay in a hotel, you'll look at the price per night and you'll go, actually, there is so much more. Because, I can go and see a show every night. There aren't many parts of the world where hotels do shows, but, you're always going to have to pay for them. You're always going to have to buy a ticket for them. And you're not doing that with this, and you're getting that entertainment, and it's all there as part of the offering. And it's such a lovely offering as well. Listen, if you do treat yourself to the spa, you will love the most extensive spa menu I think I have ever seen for a cruise line with Celebrity. Yes, you'll treat yourself. Yes, it is a little bit extra, but oh my word, you will be so glad that you treated yourself and that you did that. It's well worth it. If you want to know any more, all you need to do is give us a call on 0800 953 4700. We have an amazing relationship with Celebrity Cruises, and it's a long-standing relationship as well. I think the way that we package the cruises with stays, and we're connected with hotel brands, obviously in the airlines and tour operators around the world. It just brings it together so neatly. Because arranging a holiday can actually be a real stressful nightmare. Should we do this? Should we do it?
Exactly.
We're here, it's all kind of laid out on a simple menu, isn't it?
Especially where we're going to next. I wouldn't know where to start, but we have pulled it together. Luxury Aruba, Bonaire and Curaçao with a Boston stay, 13 nights. Now, this is the 9th of October next year, where once again, we'll fly out to Boston and start things with a 2-night hotel stay in this great city, which apparently is famous for its own baked beans. I've never heard of the Boston baked beans.
No.
But it is. Fenway Park, which I mentioned. The Boston Marathon as well. That's very famous.
I'm not running that.
And the bar from Cheers is set in Boston.
Cool, where everyone knows your name.
Absolutely.
Apparently.
It's actually named after a town in England too. So after that 2-night stay, you are going to join the Celebrity Eclipse for your luxury 10-night all-included cruise. Gorgeous cruise ship. And like you were mentioning before, everything's included when it even comes to the entertainment. And you were talking about the great theatre shows. But that's not all when it comes to entertainment. You might be just in one of the gorgeous bars having a drink. There might be a singer, a musician, dancers. When we talk about entertainment, there's a lot more going on. And it's not just after dinner. It could be any time of day.
Yeah, and I love the fact with Celebrity, the ambience, the atmosphere on board is in step with the luxury as well. So you expect with a luxury cruise line, you wouldn't expect, 1,000 children, with all due respect to people who have children, you wouldn't expect 1,000 children to be running around. Mm-hmm. You also wouldn't expect loud music everywhere you go. You're not going to be expecting roller coasters and, great big, sort of loud and raucous things going on. It is all at that kind of level of sophistication. It's not uninteresting. It's not without something to do. There's something going on all the time. But everything is at a certain calibre. But it is for everyone. It's very comfortable. I don't want you thinking this is for Lord and Lady Whatnot. This is, this is for everyone.
Absolutely. The styling makes me think of kind of some luxury Malibu beach house, the sort of white themes, the way it flows throughout the ship. Very beautiful. Yeah, this is for everyone. Go and have this slice of luxury for yourself. So you're going to be cruising out of Boston, arriving in King's Wharf, Bermuda, which was once Britain's largest naval base outside the UK. So go and visit the history of that. A couple of days cruising, arriving in Willemstad at Curaçao. Look at that beautiful beach. Those gorgeous turquoise waters there. The sea track is well worth going to have a look at. Next, arriving in Aruba, Orangestad, which is the capital in the Caribbean Sea. The famous butterfly farm is something you might want to go and see while you're there. Then it's Bonaire. Now, this is scuba diving heaven if you're into it. Bonaire's Marine Park offers 86 different dive sites. Wow. A couple of days at sea, arriving in Fort Lauderdale, where you'll come off the ship and have your flight home.
Sounds absolutely magical, doesn't it? And Where do you stand on the, is it Curaçao or is it Curacao? Because people call it all kinds of different things out in the Caribbean. But I used to drink blue Curaçao, and that's what I call it, and it's spelt the same.
Yeah, but when you're in the Caribbean, they don't say Caribbean, it's Caribbean.
Exactly.
So I don't think anyone's got it wrong.
It's potato, isn't it? And again, on this itinerary, places that you might not have heard of before, but places for you to discover. You know that you're guaranteed a wonderful time in the Caribbean wherever you go. It's always going to be incredible. Again, a low deposit down on this one as well, just £199 each today secures the deal that we've got for you. And listen, tell me a price that's wrong for the Caribbean. Do you know what I mean? Just the chance to go, just the chance to enjoy. And you've got a Boston stay. Your flights are all included in here. This also factors in your classic drinks on board while you're on the cruise, your tips, so your service charges, and your Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is so important when you're on a cruise. It's not about checking up the news or anything like that. It's just about being connected, I think, sometimes, and be able to post those pictures straight away, you know, in real time, up to the social media. Everyone will be blocking you, probably. But never mind that, you're having a fabulous holiday. Here's the details if you want to upgrade as well on the cruise. £99 for an ocean view, $399 for a balcony. Do you know, I never knew that thing about Boston being named after Boston. It would be Boston in Lincolnshire, I guess.
Yeah.
It would have been named after. I never knew that. Every day. And the beans. Yeah, I'd never heard of the beans.
I just keep coming with these facts.
I've never seen those in Tesco before. Other supermarkets are
You'll
available.
have to go to Boston to try them.
Yes, we'll have to all go and have a look round now and see if we can find any Boston beans. Have you been to Boston and enjoyed the beans? Please let us know. You can always email us, let us know, studio@cruise1st.tv. We're on Facebook and Twitter and all those as well, so come and find us and drop us a little message in and let us know if you've enjoyed the Boston bean, because it sounds lovely. Sounds very nice, sounds very tasty. It's going to have a barbecue tang to it. Anyway, listen, we'll be looking for all of those things in the supermarket very, very soon. Here's where I suggest you look right now.
When you log on to Cruise1st.tv, you're opening up the virtual brochure on over 20,000 cruise holidays. If you've seen a cruise on TV, just search the cruise reference number here to find out more details, upgrade options, and to book. If you're looking for inspiration, you can search our latest cruise deals, search by destination, or by cruise line, including Royal Caribbean, Celebrity Cruises, Norwegian Cruise Line, Princess, MSC, and P&O. We have luxury and river cruises, plus our award-winning selection of land tour add-ons. So with your next dream holiday only a click away, log on now to Cruise1st.tv. Cruise First, second to none.
Mr. P has just been searching on the internet for the Boston baked bean. He came up with something called a peanut head, which was some kind of Boston bean covered in chocolate, was it? Yeah, covered in chocolate. So you'll find those if you are, after you've looked at our website, if you go and look on the World Wide Web, you will find the Boston baked beans covered in chocolate.
There is lots more to do in Boston other than eat baked
No, I know,
beans.
but when you see, you've got our brains ticking over.
Yeah, absolutely.
Listen,
this is what it's all about.
If you know more, if you can add more to this burning debate, then please do. Email us studio@cruise1st.tv, and we would love to hear your emails. Thank you so much for always keeping in touch as well. If we pronounce anything wrong, if there's something that we should be mentioning, always let us know, and you can find us on Twitter and all the others as well. Thank you for your company. What an amazing show with Celebrity, and you know what? Stay right where you are and another show will pop up before you know it. See you later.